Ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
Last season, this was a surprisingly difficult matchup for them. Lost every game against this team.
Not what you'd expect when you look at the standings. I think this game is important to them to try and turn the tables here.
Shots good by Olajuwon. And this is one of the most heated rivalries in the league. Clark, two teams that know each other very well.
Boy, I tell you, there is another level of electricity when these teams meet, B.A. We can feel it. It's palpable. The fans are into it. The players are into it. It's just turned up a little bit more.
And it's Houston's ball. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hey, best of luck trying to slow Akeem down. Going up for a full-strength power jam.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And he goes right after the guys who just scored on him.
Oh, he made sure to return the favor.
Guys, some pride bubbling up right there. He wasn't about to be outshone.
Andre Kirilenko. First personal foul. First team foul.
Smith outside. Pass to Olajuwon. 5 to shoot.
And you know, Antetokounmpo is really a master at getting a hand up in the face of shooters. Excellent at contesting the shots and really distracts guys when they get into their shooting rhythm. B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Pass to Rice. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Timberwolves ball.
One thing this Rockets team does very well, they get themselves to the line.
That they do. And they make it hurt once they do. Effectively drawing fouls and making your free throws is something some teams struggle with. But this Houston squad has it down.
Here's Rice. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Olajuwon. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. They've got numbers. And slam dunk by Simmons.
You know, this is what happens when you combine center size with developing point guard skills. Giannis running the offense to perfection right there.
Olajuwon. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
I guess you don't need two hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Bosh. With the drive. Here's Olajuwon. Nice move. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
What a remarkable way to finish the break.
A textbook kickback to set up the easy finish.
Antetokounmpo for three. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Allen attacking. Good D by Richardson. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Assist.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Bosh, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Pass to Simmons. To the wing on the left. Here's Bamba. He can't hit that time. And Houston will come the other way. Smith outside. Here's Olajuwon. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Only one miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
And it's Simmons with the jam.
Well, I think he's the ultimate point forward. Simmons has the skills of a point guard, the size of a 4-man, and is terrific off the bounce.
Here's Rice. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Olajuwon. Rebound Minnesota. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. Minnesota in the lead. Now Simmons kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Jacks up a 3. Drains the triple. Antetokounmpo has got 7 points.
And Giannis understands this is part of the game he's got to work on. The key for him is shooting threes with confidence and selectively.
Down low. Here's Olajuwon. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 15-6 run. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Driving to the basket. For 3, Allen. No good there.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Right wing. Pass to Simmons. It's rebounded by Houston. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Here's Rice. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And that one drops for him.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And another 3 for Minnesota.
You know, the moment he gets the ball, he's into his motion. That's good work by Giannis.
Pass to Rice. And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back after this word. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Nice shot by Kirilenko.
And Antetokounmpo is a very gifted passer now, capable of running the offense and getting his guys going in the process.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
Giannis continues to expand his offensive arsenal, and with that, his confidence and ability can actually take over more.
Here's Olajuwon. 10 points for him. 6 to shoot. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
First personal foul.
Boy, you look at Jalen Green. All the tools to be a star.
It may take some time. Now, growing up, he was always the most talented, but he is a gym rat and a worker, a grinder. So I bet on him to reach his full potential soon.
Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
Inside. Blocked!
He's got such great timing. Phenomenal rejection from Karolinko there.
Substitution on the board.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shot clock at 2. Sharp, no good. And here's Minnesota now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter.
Personal foul.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl-Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Let's get on. New York.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Pass to Hampton. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Hampton, that one's good. Hampton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throw. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
And just continuing to impress at every level. Smith Jr. was a 5-star recruit, led Auburn to a great season as a freshman, and he's just starting to tap into his potential now.
Smith Jr. with incredible upside grit, and he's got the work ethic to make it all happen.
Yeah, he really does, B.A. He's a humble guy. He puts in extra time at practice, and it really shows in his skill set. Just very advanced for his age.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all of the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." B.A.?
All right, thanks, Allie. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
In the lineup for the Timberwolves, Juan Gomez.
And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 18.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Here's Fultz. And they'll keep possession.
Hey, when Giannis is lurking nearby, you got to be careful because his wingspan can erase a lot of shots.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. To the paint. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
When it comes to Jalen Green now, it's obvious he can score. That's a given. But he's also a remarkable athlete. And his vertical really jumps out at you, if you will.
Man, some of the dunks we see from Green, throwdowns are just insane.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, this young fella has a bright future ahead of him. He's got confidence. He obviously is a tremendous athlete. He looks like he's got the work ethic that's going to allow him to realize his potential.
And so it's Houston with it after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Olajuwon can't get it to go. Pass to Hampton. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Sharp. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Outside White. Here's Hernan Gomez. Gets the three ball to go.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Sharp. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
At the line for Houston.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Sinks the tray.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Olajuwon. Good D by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold. This man.
And the three-pointer goes.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
Fultz. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Fultz plays with an awful lot of heart. Excellent at forcing the defense to foul him on these drives to the rim.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, a smart... savvy, talented vet like Austin Rivers is a real get for any team. I mean, he knows how to make the most of his minutes. He accepts and understands his role, and he really just focuses on delivering for his team.
Timeout called. Houston. Outside Simmons. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game. Where do you think Austin Rivers developed that selflessness, Clark?
Well, I think it starts with the DNA. I mean, his dad, Doc Rivers, was a selfless, outstanding player and one of the outstanding coaches in the game today. So that's part of it. But he's also had experience playing on different teams, sitting on different benches. I think you get to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can add value to a team.
Back comes Houston in transition. Oh, Kaminsky with a steal. Simmons with it. Payton covering.
Rockets foul. Gary Payton.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can. I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Whiteside. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
It's been all Timberwolves. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And both free throws good for Simmons. From deep. That shot off. And so it's Minnesota in total control, up by 29 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be back in a moment. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway.
Boy, you get everything you want from a young star in Anthony Edwards. I mean, excellent all-out energy in every minute he's on the floor. Plays hard and with great intensity, and he's got a commitment to working hard in practice. That is a really good combination for one of your franchise players.
And it's Smith penetrating. Here's Rice. Pass to Olajuwon. No good. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Out to the right wing. Here's Bamba. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Houston the other way. Well, practice certainly has paid off when you look at Anthony Edwards' stat line, Clark.
Yeah, improvement across the board, BA, and that doesn't just happen by accident or osmosis. You got to put the work in. In almost every category, his game is only getting stronger and better. The future, extremely bright for this young man, especially if he can keep that arrow green and going forward.
Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Olajuwon. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
With his impeccable footwork and interior scoring, Olajuwon really an ideal roll man out of the pick and roll.
They get the rebound. And here's Simmons. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Olajuwon.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, it's been attack after attack from Hakeem in this one. He's not giving the defense any breaks.
Pass to Kirilenko. Outside Richardson. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo has got 21.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Kirilenko. He's got 5. Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Simmons can bounce now. He's 6'11", but he can get up in the air, too. Makes dunks a lot more fun when you're that tall and can bounce like Simmons can.
Pass to Rice. Oh, they get a hand on it. Antetokounmpo with it. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Well, the aggressive approach from Giannis, I like it. Not settling for the layup, instead punching it on him. That's the way you do it.
Here's Olajuwon. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Second team foul. At the line for your Rockets,
And he makes a first. And for players, greatness can be defined so many ways, but giving back has to be a component of that. Wouldn't you say, Grant?
Well, to whom much is given, much is expected. In BA, I agree 100%. Players today understand the impact that they can have on others. I love that about the league, the players, the coaches, everyone involved, using this gift to make a change and a positive impact throughout the world.
The defense comes at Karolinko hard, but no problem for him. He stays focused and physical, still able to get the shot off, absorbing the contact.
And so he hits both. Smith outside. Pass to Allen. And another miss by Houston. And so it's Minnesota with it. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Over to the wing. Antetokounmpo inside. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo moves in the pick and roll is tough for the defense. I mean, there's no way really to match his size and skill set.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Pass to Bosch. Back to Allen. Whiteside with it. And it's Whiteside with a big finish.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
With the step back. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
Now here's Smith. Pass to Allen. Back to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 27.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Now a timeout called by Houston. A minute 39 left to play in the third quarter here. Fultz with it. Here's Olajuwon. Soft touch off the glass. Give him 20.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams. You know, he's He's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Here's Olajuwon. Oh, drains the 19-footer.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Outside White. Pass to Bassie. The kick out to White. 5 on the clock. There's the drive. And he dunks it down.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
Houston foul. Hakeem Olajuwon. 4th personal foul.
The free throw off from White.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Kobe White.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Shooting
33 points for him.
In for your Rockets.
Got a hand on it.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
There's Fultz with a 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The T-Wolves on top, just dominating this one. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Well, Clark, when you joined the NBA in 1982, there were around 300 players. Nowadays, it's over 500.
Yeah, you know, some would argue that's more opportunities, which is factual, but also others would say it's a little watered down now. But there are more good players, so I think it's basically an expansion of the talent level we see across the world. And the world is where the game is played, and that continues to be demonstrated by the number of international players that continue to make a mark on the NBA. So overall, I think it's a good thing to see the number of players expand at the NBA level.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And, you know, Fultz plays bigger than his size down low, guys. Outstanding at using his body to draw contact.
And the Rockets making a change here. And here's Minnesota now. Antetokounmpo for 3. It doesn't go for him.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Here's Olajuwon. Over Antetokounmpo. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Left side White. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Olajuwon. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
It's almost illegal. Somebody as big as Giannis shouldn't really have that quick of a first step.
Pass to Allen. There's the 3. Pure from three-point range.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Now Antetokounmpo. Banked it in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points now here in the second half.
You know, inside Giannis's length really helps him get by the defense. Not much they can do to trip him up or slow him down. He's a force.
For the Timberwolves, Mo Bamba. Andre.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
Richardson. Ben Simmons.
And slam dunk by Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Pass to Rice. And stolen by Simmons.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And it's Simmons missing.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fultz into the lane. To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Olajuwon. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And he's got 28 now.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
And here's Allen. Here's Rice. Sinks it from distance.
The jump shot of Rice gets it off so easily and so smoothly. Silk personified that jumper of his.
The kick out to Simmons. Shoots over Fultz. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And the Rockets call time here. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Here's Rice. Sends it down right in his face.
We know Rice is a shooter, but he's got some athleticism too, showing you some force as well.
And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures and different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
You know, Ben Simmons, so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too.
Offensive rebound.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what.
Oh, hey, how about
big
that?
Time right there. Big time.
Woo.
Fifth personal foul.
And the amazing moves of Simmons. I mean, he's just so much fun to watch when he's got the ball in his hands.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've been the disruptors defensively, coming up with a lot of steals that have had an impact on the flow of the game.
And they pick up 2. Simmons has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Time after time, it's Ben Simmons' time. The Australian looking fabulous tonight.
Blocking foul called on Ben Simmons. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Here's Olajuwon. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Give him 30.
I'll tell you what, you can't let Olajuwon get this kind of positioning. I mean, he is a master at knowing how to score close inside.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way
for the Timberwolves.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
And he sinks the second.
And trying to cut into this deficit, tough to leave any points on the table.
And Giannis throws it down.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Simmons. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. Olajuwon. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Smith. Puts up a three. The rebound by Ben Simmons. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one.